The debate over Common Core is far from over. Earlier today, Governor Haslam hosted an education summit, bringing all the stakeholders to the table. Our Andrea Klein-Thomas is live from Bicentennial Mall with more on this. Andrea.
Oh, Rory, lawmakers will be back in the Capitol in just a few months, and Governor Haslam wants to make sure when they vote on Common Core issues, they can separate fact from fiction.
Our governor sent an application of interest.
3 years after being implemented.
No more Common Core! No more Common Core!
The battle to scrap Common Core rages on.
It's failed education, failed practices that were never tested, not evidence-based at all.
3 years later, lawmakers are considering the vocal opposition. It's putting further implementation in a holding pattern.
It should follow a logical consequence. It should be standards, then assessment, and then evaluation. And if you're not certain about one piece of those, it's going to throw everything else into question as well.
I'm competing against businesses around the world.
Governor Haslam hosted an education summit to get all the stakeholders, from business leaders to educators, around the same table. No solutions, just discussion, without a firm stance on how to move forward. When do you say, okay, this is what it is, and let's move forward, because it's holding so many parts back?
There are a lot of things that are dependent upon our discussions about standards, and it ultimately impacts almost 1 million kids who are in a classroom right now today in a real-world setting.
One of the few areas of agreement is that the multiple-choice TCAP exam has to go and replaced with one that better analyzes students' ability to think critically.
Higher performing nations are changing their assessments.
With a better test comes a more accurate reflection of a teacher's ability, since their evaluation and job security is heavily tied to the test scores.
I think the most important decision we'll make in the next legislative session is how do we select a test that actually properly tests what's being taught.
It all comes down to lawmakers who must separate fact from fiction, while groups continue their fight and urge them to start over.
Our kids are not guinea pigs. You know, these are our children, and it's just wrong.
In regards to getting rid of the TCAP exam, 5 companies have placed a bid to replace it. Now, the new exams are expected to be administered at the end of the 2015-2016 school year. Reporting live from Bicentennial Mall, I'm Andrea Klein-Thomas, News Channel 5 HD.